Alright, the next part of our lesson we're talking about inserting parentheses with a problem. We look at this problem here and we could say, well, we have a negative 7 plus 4 minus 2 minus 6 plus 3 minus 4. What they want us to do is insert parentheses with each term. Sometimes they'll put like a plus 4 in here. I'm not going to do that for the positive numbers. I think you can figure out that they're positives. But we do need to do this. Take the negatives with the negative numbers. So we change this to adding negative 2. We change this to adding negative 6, adding 3, and then adding negative 4. And so we just simply rewrite that. And the reason why is because now everything is addition. We're adding. We're not adding and subtracting anymore, but we're just adding. It's just that some of our numbers that we're adding are positive and some of them are negative. And here's the advantage to putting those parentheses in. If we go back to the original problem, if we were to do the original problem like this and leave it as is, we'd have to work left to right because we have to follow order of operations. Order of operations says when you have addition and subtraction, you do it left to right. So we'd have negative 7 plus 4. That equals negative 3, and we still got the rest of this problem here. So that took us a step. That was one step. Negative 3 minus 2 is negative 5. That's another step. So we're up to 2 steps to solve this problem. We keep going. Negative 5 minus 6 is negative 11. That's another step. Negative 11 plus 3 is negative 8. Another step. And then finally, negative 8 minus 4 is negative 12. So, oops, make that look like a 12. So we had 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps, 4 steps, 4 or 5 steps there to do that problem. And so, I'll clear that all out here. By inserting these parentheses and changing it to an addition problem, we'll see that we can do this problem in fewer steps. It's going to save us time, especially as our problems get more complicated. Here's how it saves us steps. Addition is commutative. It's a property. The commutative property of addition says we can add in any order and the answer won't change. Doesn't matter how I add 2, 3, and 1, the answer is still going to be 6. We can change the order, the answer will still be correct. Addition is commutative, multiplication is also commutative. 2 times 3 equals 6, and 3 times 2 equals 6. Subtraction is not. You get different answers if you change the order in subtraction. So we've changed this problem by inserting these parentheses into an addition problem. And so we can add up all of our negatives. That would be one step. I have a negative 7 and a negative 2 and a negative 6 and a negative 4. And if I add those all up, I get a total of negative 19. That's one step. My positives, I have a 4 and a 3. If I add those up, I get a total of positive 7. So that's 2 steps. I've already got the total of all my positives and negatives, and so my final step is just simply put them together. A negative 19 and a positive 7 gives us a negative 12. So I'm able to do that in 3 steps. In fact, I can do any problem in 3 steps if I change it all to an addition problem, because I'll add up all the positives, add up all the negatives, and just take the difference of the 2. I'm going to clear this off. If you might say, well, yeah, but I mean, it's so simple. I'd almost prefer just to do it in my head, and I think it's going to be faster. I can just go 3 minus 2 is 1, plus 4 is 5, minus 7 is negative 2, plus 2 is 0. That was easy. Why write all that out? Well, because it's not always going to be that simple mathematically. You might have 2.17 plus 3.46 minus 0.091. Sorry, the phone just rang. Sorry about that. And you can see that you're not going to be able to do this quickly mentally. It's going to be much faster to add up your positives, add up your negatives, and take the difference. So inserting those parentheses allows us to use the commutative property of addition and is going to save us time.